So we're here today talking to Jim Wogan, and it's part of our continuing donation series. This is the second of 3 that we're doing for the year. And Jim's got a charity called Sharing Hands, connected with St. Mary's of Vernon Catholic Church, where he's a deacon there. And he's going to tell us about how Sharing Hands started.
Well, Don, Sharing Hands started essentially 30 years ago, and at that time the parish was a lot younger than it is now, and there were people knocking on the front door saying, you know, hey, I'm disadvantaged people in need of money, and Father John would give them a 20 and send them on their way. But then the knocks on the door became more and more frequent, and we decided we need to come up with a way to relieve him of that responsibility and to be able to still help as many people as we could. And so we started Sharing Hands, and it had a number of facets at the beginning, but it's kind of boiled down to for a while there to just being our food pantry. And the food pantry was small to begin with, and has grown in the last 30 years, last 25 years anyway, to something pretty huge. We have, and now Sharing Hands, by the way, has really three different prongs to it. One of them is our food pantry, which is, I think, my experience at Catholic Charities tells me that it's the best food pantry in the county with regard to the amount of goods that we get and the amount of people we help. But it also includes our furniture ministry, which we now put 5 trucks on the road every Saturday morning, picking up furniture and delivering it to needy families. And it also includes, maybe not in name, but it also part of the process, is our PADS homeless shelter, that we provide shelter to homeless families on Thursday evenings through Friday morning. We feed them 3 meals.
Okay. So Jim, about how many people, I'm going to have 2 questions. How many people come to the PADS and stay overnight? And about how many people come monthly to the food pantry?
Time, it depends. A lot of it depends on the season and which week of the month it is. But generally speaking, our average floor count is about 60 people.
Wow.
And we feed them breakfast. We make them lunch overnight. We make them lunches for the next day, and then we feed them supper. Then we make them lunches, and then we wake up in the morning and feed them a hot breakfast and them their lunches and go out the door.
Okay. And how many people come to the food pantry?
About 200 families a month, generally speaking. 180 to 200 is a normal month.
So you serve all of Lake County?
We have areas in which our area of concentration is, which is around right in the area around the parish, Vernon Hills, Mundelein, Libertyville, in the environs, right around there. But to be honest with you, we don't turn anybody away who needs food.
Okay.
So I mean, our continuing clients are pretty much local people.
So Jim, I know that Dr. Duffy was very involved in the furniture aspect. Could you tell us a little bit more about that and what type of furniture you guys look for?
Very much, yeah. He was for at least 25 years that we were doing it. He was one of our original guys until he left recently. So yeah, he was essentially kinds of furniture that we're looking for are basically anything that you can imagine a disadvantaged family living in a fairly small apartment can use. So everything from sofas to beds to dressers to tables and chairs, sets, and that sort of thing. Things like desks and big wall units, not very appropriate because they don't have the space to give away to a desk, for example. But any of those things, anybody interested would simply call the St. Mary of Vernon phone number and get an appointment for the next Saturday, for a pickup the next Saturday.
You're one of the few places that'll take mattresses.
Yes, we do. We have. I don't know exactly what the law is on that, but we have a tremendous need. Of the people on my list of furniture needs, by far the item most in need are beds.
Great. Well, I'm glad to support you, and we have a check for you today. I was
Very
wondering,
much appreciate that.
where would people call if they want to volunteer or make contributions?
Sure. The phone number at St. Mary Vernon is 847-362-1005. And they would, if it was somebody who wanted to volunteer, they would take the information and pass it on to myself or Frank Reuter, who is our director of our food pantry. If somebody wanted to make a donation, simply mail it to St. Mary of Vernon at 236 US Highway 45 in Indian Creek, and we would be, and identify what their intended use is, and we would definitely make sure we use it for that purpose. And then if people who need help, the food pantry is open Tuesday evenings and Saturday mornings. So Saturday mornings from 9 to 11, Tuesday evenings from 6:30 to 8:30.
Great.
And there are a lot of helpful volunteers there who will do all they can. And by the way, the food pantry also provides clothing as well. Have a room where people are welcomed in to help themselves with clothing as well.
Now, can people drop food off for the food pantry?
Sure can. And again, the thing to do then is to call that same phone number that I gave you, St. Mary Vernon. They'll give you a code to the vestibule, so to speak, to the food pantry, and you can put the code in, leave it inside, close the door. It changes every day. It's a daily code.
Do you look for cleaning supplies and things like that?
We do provide cleaning supplies. Yeah, we provide, and diapers. We provide diapers. We have a robust business in diapers. Because people, that's, as you know, that's a very expensive item for families. So if we can really alleviate people's burden, that way we do.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us today, and thanks for explaining your mission here. And we'd like to give you a check.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Most kind. Thanks, I appreciate it.